I've decided that I'm probably going to let you have a tray per shoulder body so you can have more paints. And I'm going to come back in and just paint a little bit more detail on my bird. Look closer so you can see. Now when we do actually paint our canvases, it's going to be a one and done, meaning you need to have this done. See how these round brushes are great because you can really get in there. Now, when you're doing your actual canvas, I would suggest, because I wasn't going to paint this whole thing, but I decided I want to go ahead and add this detail so you can see me paint it. I would paint the branch first. You know, you're going to have a wash for your background. We'll do that one day. And then you'll come back in and you'll draw your bird, because acrylics dry real quick. Remember, we don't add water to them. And then you'll do your bird. And the branch I would suggest doing afterwards, only because, before your feet, because it's hard to paint those feet. But I'm going to make this work. You can always go back over it with your black. So you will have a blue background. You can have your bird sitting on a branch, is probably what I would recommend. You want that branch to go all the way off your canvas that you're painting. We also talked about before how branches get smaller as they go out. And then to add detail, I don't know where I put my smaller brush. I'm going to make this work because I don't have another brush here with me. But they always spread out like a Y. And like I said, you'll have some visuals to look at. But you could add, if you have time, you could add some leaves. And I would start with the branch. The only thing you're going to draw on there for sure is your bird and your branch. But see how if I didn't have time to paint that leaf on there, that would be okay. Once this is dry, you could come back in and add some texture. Maybe I want to put some little dots. See, I'm just using the little the tip of my brush. We've talked before about the reflection on the eyeball. Everybody has that, even animals. So I would come in and just with the little teeny tip of my brush, take a little bit of white, make sure that's nice and pointy. You would have a tiny brush. I've misplaced mine. And you would just put a little dot. Now I'm going to get a little closer. Might be as close as I can get. And there's my bird. Now with the detail with the branch, what I was saying is you could come back in with black. You could add some white to make it look like it's texture on your canvas, and just put a little bit in. If it's still wet, it might mix. Okay, you could do, like I said, you could put black in there too. So now I'm going to come back in and fix my feet. Remember, we're not adding water. Fix his little feet. And I have tiny little brushes. If you want to use them, see how little bit of paint that I'm actually using? That's all you need. There you go. There's my little bird.